second. All right, everybody. Welcome. Casual Conversations with the homies. It's just me and Guru today. Tito. Shout out to Tito. He just had a newborn baby.
Shout out Tito.
Yeah, so you know.
Congratulations.
What's his son's name again? His son's name is Benjamin. Shout out to Big Benny out there.
Benjamin Oliva.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Benjamin Oliva.
That's a Leva, but it's all good. It's his last name is hard to pronounce. All right, Guru. So what's up? You want to talk about anything sports related? Antonio Brown, they trying to say he has a fake COVID vaccination card. The NFL doesn't care, so I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, it shouldn't be that big deal, but you know, you can't be having anything like that going on when you have a disease like that out there. A couple players who are big and strong have been hospitalized. You get a respiratory virus, it don't matter how big and strong you are helpless. So I hope that is not true.
Yeah, we'll see. But I know the NFL, they don't care. They don't care. At the end of the day, they just care about that bottom dollar. And they being a success of the Buccaneers is good for the league, so that's what they're looking at. Like, look at Aaron Rodgers. He only got fined $12,000. That's nothing for what he did. And so
Absolutely nothing.
that's like average people have that in their banker's account, and he got they charged him pennies.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on in the sporting world?
Well, we got Cam Newton coming back, and this is his first week. He'll be starting against the Washington football team. That's going to be exciting because you remember when we talked earlier in the season, and you asked, is Cam going to be back? I really didn't feel like he would be back. One, because he wasn't vaccinated, and I thought that was a hindrance. Two, he had other elements against him. But the NFL is like you say, it's all about the money in the business, and it's about wins. So he was able to come back. He got vaccinated, and I think this is going to be a big story. So I'm excited that he's back in the league.
Yeah, I like as much as people say about Cam Newton. I don't think all the quarterbacks in the league, 32 starters, is better than him right now. Like some of those guys are like booty. So we'll see what he does today. He got a win last week against the Cardinals. He had a couple touchdowns. I think he'd be good. I don't think I think he's good. He's good. He's back in the league. He's playing for the Panthers of all people.
Healthier than he's ever been.
They said never cut Cam Newton. They said never. The Panthers. They were. I don't know. They're a bad organization, I think, and they had a couple good years with Cam Newton and Ron Rivera, and they kind of slipped away from that. And then they never even in Carolina, they never really brought in no receiver help and no offensive line help. You know what I'm saying? The last time they had an offensive line with Khalil, I think, Ryan Khalil, and then, Greg Olsen. And when they had those players, even when Steve Smith was there, that's when they was going to the playoffs. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why teams don't see what makes them successful and try to do that 10 times over.
Yeah. You have a point. He should have never been cut. And a lot of people talked about his health, but again, he's almost had 2 years to really heal his body up. I think that Carolina's going to run a lot of what he knows, so it won't be a lot of confusion out there. And it's just always a good league when he's back in. The team also, I wanted to mention the 49ers being in the Bay Area. They seem to be they played it excellent last week. They looked like I don't like the 49ers. Let me just make that clear. I never will. But I have to be objective and say that the way they played last week, if they continue to play like that, they can make some noise in the NFC division.
Yeah. I'm about to talk about the Niners. It just at the end of the day, Matthew Stafford is Matthew Stafford, man. Let's just talk. Let's put blame on Matthew Stafford right now about how he sucked. They had Odell back
Okay.
there, and he was a good. Like he doesn't know the playbook, but he was good at distracting the defense. And like when he was in there and he's doing those little running back, little peel out to the flat routes. They respected that and gravitated towards that way, and it was easier for Matthew Stafford to go the other way. But I don't know. You know, the Rams are fool's gold right now to me, and I see what they do. Like they like to stock up on like good players and hope they come together in the playoffs, which they done before. And I'm not mad at them. I like their strategy though. Like I think in all sports, you need a team that's like, the team that everybody's gonna pick in a video game. Like has all the stars. It's
Right.
good for the league
Right.
when you have teams like that. Like the Raiders to me have 0 stars, and that's our problem. So
Well, like you said, on paper, a lot of people can look good. The Rams look good on paper, and then they look good on the field. But I said from the beginning of the season, I don't feel like they're going to be a team. I think they're a team that's going to fold at the end because of Matthew Stafford. You can't change a quarterback that just doesn't have that drive to win. Yes, we know he's a great thrower of the football. There's a lot of quarterbacks are great throwers of the football, but we have to look at things the way they are. This is a man who's in his 12th or 13th season who has not
winning playoff game.
won a playoff game. He's never won a playoff game. And that's something to be said about that. Detroit wasn't horrible for 13 years. There was some talent through there. Tulloch, Megatron, he had talent. He just couldn't get it done. So here we go to the Rams, and now teams are just starting to say, coaches, I bet you are saying, hey, listen, don't be intimidated by the Rams. You know that they got so-and-so on defense, but look who they got at quarterback. This guy's never won a playoff game. This is what you got to do. This is the blueprint for quarterbacks like him. And I think that's what you're starting to see now. They're making Matthew Stafford try to beat them.
Yeah, I feel it. Matthew Stafford, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Let's talk some injury news. All right. Lamar Jackson is not playing. Jared Goff is out. Who else is not playing? Kyler Murray is still out. Tito, he had said that earlier in the season that he was more concerned with Kyler Murray's health. And Kyler Murray seems to be out with the last 3-4 weeks. Man, they said who start?
Does he have a foot injury?
Go ahead.
Does he have a foot injury?
I'm not sure.
I forgot what his injury was. Might be a foot. But Tito did say that. Tito did say, hey, Kyler running around back there. But I told Tito, I said, he reminds me of Joe Theismann. Rocket arm, move around, does what he has to do. I would sit him until he's healthy unless Colt McCoy thinks it up again. But you got to give it one more week if he's not right, regardless of the QB situation.
Yeah.
As far as with Kyler, Baltimore, listen, we get to see their backup quarterback for the first time. We saw him light it up in preseason, and then they cut McSorley.
He's back now.
Chase McSorley, he is back.
Yeah, he's the backup.
Okay, not to Lamar, but to the quarterback that's in there. Yeah. Okay, he's a Virginia guy. That's why I wanted to mention him. But we're going to see Baltimore's offense pretty much operate the same. I was excited to see. I can't remember the quarterback's name. I'm ashamed, but he lit it up in preseason. I think we're going to see someone who is going to put the NFL on notice and let them know, hey, you need mobile quarterbacks who can move back there. I expect Baltimore to play a really good game.
Tyler Huntley. A lot of injuries.
He's a good dude.
All right. Who else is inactive? Before I do my picks. Inactive reports. Alvin Kamara's not playing. What?
Alvin Kamara. He's hurt.
Who else?
Is Baker playing?
Baker, yeah, he's playing. Well, I don't know. Let me get to it. Cleveland. Yeah, he's fan. If he don't win, I think they might lose. Even though the Lions have a backup in.
Yeah, um, it's hard to play with a torn labrum, man. I had it, and even if it's on your non-thorn arm, which mine was, if you just move the wrong way, it's just you just feel your muscle just tear like that. At the thing, imagine your muscle inside just tearing like a sheet of paper. So I don't see how he can really play. Yeah, Cleveland's in trouble.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's see what these games are actually.
How about the Raiders? Can you say something about the Raiders real quick?
The Raiders, just to make if they don't win today's game, they're done. Well, I know my 12 game parlay is done. 12 win parlay is finished, and I'm gonna have to,
What's their record?
5-4.
Okay.
So
What needs to happen? Like, can you tell us something about? Because I've been kind of like
nah,
lost
so
on
the
information
Raiders,
with.
I don't know. I keep thinking they just a victim to not a victim to themselves, but yeah, they are. And the Las Vegas lifestyle, everything is catching up with them. They lose their head coach, they lose their top receiver. Running back goes out with fullback goes out with season-ending injury. Then you got the DB Arnett, who shouldn't have got drafted high anyway, being a clown, and he got cut. And now we got holes on the defensive front. Defensive back areas. We need help. The Raiders just got to pull it together, man. We got to find out a way to get Deshaun Jackson in the game and not get him to fumble. Hey, best believe, come Thursday, Guru, he's gonna punt. He's gonna kick
Mm-hmm.
return a kick in Dallas. He's gonna do it.
I wouldn't be surprised. He always does something to us.
Yeah, but yeah. So
Like,
I'm still high on the Raiders. To me, if the season is young. I'm not about to give up on Derek Carr just yet.
no, no.
We just have to do some things. I think if we don't win today, our season is in trouble. Now I think it's gonna be a playoff
But
like
you
game,
still got a shot.
huh?
You still have a shot. You're right there where a lot of good teams are.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of good teams, and the Cincinnati Bengals sitting there at 5-4 too. So they will want to
They're
like.
tanking.
They're not, I don't know. I think they're bad, but I think they're good though. I think one thing about the teams that are good or the teams that are in a bubble, and that's if they believe in each other. Like I just feel like the quarter, like even with the Cowboys, you feel like the receivers believe in them, and that the team believe in them. And I feel like Cincinnati believes that
Joe
about
Burrow.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and all the rest of those guys. Like they kind of got a belief that they can shock some people, and that can go a long way. And I just feel like with the Raiders, them being in the middle of a pack, I don't know. Like the things I'm seeing on social media and just hearing them talk, I don't know if that belief system is there. Like the last 3 weeks, they've been having to answer questions about how all everybody's been acting that has nothing to do with football, and it's catching up to them to where I
Right.
think and Derek Carr like to put out some hope out there, but I don't know if the other teammates believe in him like that. Like you just don't see it. I don't know if it's because we got older players on our team. No, we don't got older players, but so yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
This is the thing. When you bring up the point, you don't know if the players believe in him or not. That's big that you say that because maybe you see something in his interview process that makes you think that his words aren't believable when you look at him. I don't know what that is, but there's something that I saw last week that I did not like,
Mm.
and that is him. That was him. When they're coming at him and he's running, he just does that baseball slide to the ground and kill the play.
Mm.
Players don't like that because they know, well, if he comes at him, he's not going to try to get away. And I just feel like he likes to be too clean in the pocket. No one likes to be hit as a quarterback. But I feel like once he gets hit once or twice, he gets the jitters, and he's been in the league too long to be like getting the jitters from getting hit. So we'll see what happens. I think they're looking to draft next year for a quarterback. And the reason I say that is because they have not extended Derek Carr yet.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, it's over. Hey, have you heard the Rex Ryan Robert Saleh beef going on right now?
Yeah, it's true though.
Hey, I believe Rex Ryan. He ain't lying. He is not lying.
Robert Saleh is in over his head. It's so obvious. You can't get your players to really respond. You're like, oh, well, Mike White's going to be the quarterback after 1 week, and then all of a sudden, he's not the quarterback no more. You're desperate, so you're going with Joe Flacco. Why don't you go with Josh Johnson? I mean, he came in there and he ran it the way you want. I just think that this is a desperation move, and he might be fired after one season.
He might be.
A culture builder. You need winners. We don't need culture. We need
You need both.
well, you need culture, yes, but when you say I'm a culture builder, you know, that's so broad of a word to use. Like, okay, be more self-explanatory. Just
Yeah,
win some games, Salad.
they don't even have a bad culture. Like they need a winning culture, and you're not delivering that at all. And you're supposed to be the defensive guru, and you're not even like the defense is trash. You know what I'm saying? The games Mike White played and Josh Johnson played, they had good. They were up. They were winning, and just the defense let them down. And that's one thing about the NFL, man. I feel like it being an offensive league, and you got coaches like Bieniemy out there and just other things. They just might be a smarter hire for an unproven franchise, especially with a young quarterback. So if that was me, and I was making a play, I would hire an offensive minded coach to get my young guy going. Like even like people talk about Justin Herbert, but last year he had good offensive coaches
Thank you.
on his side to make him like be pretty good. Like they set him up for the rest of his career.
And now look,
Like even like in Miami, like I like Brian Flores, but he more of a defensive guy, and Tua is struggling right now. So to me, if I was the Jets, I would have went somewhere else, and I don't think Robert Saleh is doing what he's supposed to do. Because when Rex Ryan went there, he played in the NFC East when they had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick playing real good, and he got there with Mark Sanchez his first year and did pretty good, and then he did good for like 4 years on and a team was known as a defensive team. And to me, if you're hired as a head coach and you're supposed to be a defensive like wizard and you're losing because of the reason why you're hired, it might be you. Like I don't think that what Rex Ryan was saying was disrespectful. Like they made it seem like Robert, like no, like he called the spade a spade. The man's defense is horrible. His players giving up on him. They don't believe in it. Like Zach Wilson, I don't know, Guru. I know you said he was going to blow up in New York and he was going to be horrible and look the worst out of the top draft picks. And he is. He is. He is.
he's just not. Yeah, he's not ready. He's not an NFL ready quarterback. And like you said, the Jets do have some good defensive talent. They got Quentin. They got the Williams brothers, Quentin and his little brother out of Alabama. Quentin Williams is graded one of the highest on PFF at his defensive tackle position. So we know he has something there, and I think you're right. Robert Saleh is not building around his franchise defensive player. He's supposed to be able to put a good linebacking core, a good cornerback core,
And he's
and a
not
good
doing that.
secondary.
Makes no sense. All right, Guru. It's 10 something. Let's get to these picks so we can officially get our picks in before the game
Okay.
start. And we can keep talking afterward if you want to. All right. So first game is Indy versus Buffalo, and it's Buffalo -7. But I got man, I want to go.
I'm going to Indianapolis. They have a good defense and there's a respectable offense. They got a run game. They got receivers, tight ends. They just Carson Wentz got to be good Carson Wentz.
Yeah, so Tito went with Buffalo, and I think I might go with Indy on this one too.
Okay.
Even though I want them to lose because they in that middle spot with the Raiders.
Right.
All right, next game is the Ravens versus the Bears. Hey, what is that? What is this? What is this noise? Yeah, Ravens versus the Bears, and Bears and Buffalo. I mean, Baltimore is favored by 1 point. I'm -1. But I got Chicago.
I have Chicago. They're playing in Soldier Field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson's not playing.
No, you said the Bears.
No, it's the Baltimore Ravens versus the Bears. The first game was
I thought you said the Raiders
no, no, no,
versus the Bears.
no, no. The Ravens versus the Bears. Baltimore versus Chicago.
Okay, I'm gonna take Ravens.
What without Lamar?
That quarterback, you're gonna see something new today. Yeah, he's legit. He is legit. He passes the eye test big time. Okay,
All right,
I got
Tito with
Ravens in the
Chicago. I
football.
with Chicago. Next game,
I win
we
Ravens.
got Detroit versus Cleveland. No Jared Goff today, but I got Detroit.
I'm taking Lions. I'm just taking Lions. My stepfather. I'm Dad. I'm just I got you. I'm picking the Lions this week. Maybe they'll help.
Hey, we all picked Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Baker looked at. Did he win last week or did he look bad? Now he looked bad last week, right? Yeah, he did.
Uh, who?
All right, it's Houston versus the Tennessee. I got Tennessee.
I have Tennessee.
Yeah, we all went Tennessee. Green Bay versus Minnesota.
I'm taking Minnesota.
Okay, Guru, Minnesota. I got Green Bay. Miami versus New York Jets. I have Miami.
Oh, Miami, boy. Miami.
Tito has the Jets. He's wildin'. Okay, next game. The Saints versus the Eagles. I got Philly.
Eagles. I got Eagles.
Tito has New Orleans. Okay, next game. Washington football team versus the Panthers. Tito, of course, has his Washington football team. I have the Panthers.
Panthers. Panthers for me. And Eagles was on the last game, right? You talked about the Eagles. That was the last game.
Yeah, Eagles versus the Panthers. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not Eagles versus the
Thank
Panthers.
you.
Sorry, Saints versus the Panthers. I mean, Saints versus the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Washington versus the Panthers. And then after that, it's the 49ers versus Jacksonville. I got San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, Urban Meyer, he's almost done. So then they got the evening games. We got the Bengals versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I have the Raiders. Tito has the Raiders.
I'm uh, I'm gonna go Raiders.
Cool. We all went Raiders. All right. Next game. The Chiefs versus the Cowboys. No Amari Cooper.
No Amari Cooper. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I think Tito probably went KC here because he never picked the Cowboys. Oh, he went Dallas. What? He went.
I love our defense. If my defense wasn't better this year, I would
Yeah,
definitely
I
pick
have Dallas
KC.
too. Arizona versus the Seahawks. I have Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, they have no Kyler Murray. There's no chance. All right, Sunday night
Yeah.
game. They got Pittsburgh versus the Chargers. The Chargers. I got Pittsburgh.
I I got Pitt. I got Pitt,
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad they're exposing the Chargers
Chargers.
right now.
Yeah, they should have kept their coaching staff from last year. They could have built on that. Instead, their quarterbacks were regressing or new system.
All right, New York Giants versus the Bucks.
That's it.
I got the Bucks. All right, cool. There's no point for us to pick Thursday's Thanksgiving game because I have the Raiders.
I got the Cowboys.
Man, go. We're gonna beat y'all something crucial on Thursday.
If you do, I'm. If you do, I'm delivering. I'm delivering food to your house of whatever you and your family want
All right, we had it here. Guru's betting food bet.
through Grubhub. You guys pick the meal if y'all beat us. You got $100 limit.
Oh man, Guru, your camera's been small like this whole time. Boom, there we go.
You got 100. You got to win that game.
We will. We will. Anything else, Guru? I gotta use the bathroom, so.
No, just everyone. Thanks for whoever watching. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm trying to bring it to you. Enjoy y'all holiday weekend and NFL football, and enjoy your families and stay
Yeah,
safe.
enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Eat up, eat up, eat up. All right, y'all. Guru, it's been nice. Teed up. We'll see you next time. We'll be back.